Hello, friends, and thanks for joining. Today we're going to be looking at the book of John in chapter 13. Jesus says something that it makes me stop and say, He says, "A new command I give to you. Love one another as I have loved you." Man, I read that and I was like, oh, wow, there it is again. Love one another, love one another. Gosh, God, you made it pretty simple. We're supposed to love one another. But then recently I read this and I'm like, hold on a second. It says a new commandment I give you. What? This is an old commandment. This is love thy Lord your God and love thy neighbor as thyself. Like this is all the way back in Deuteronomy. What does Jesus mean when he says a new commandment I give you? Well, the first thing that we need to do is understand in the context of this Greek word. And this word does not mean new as in something is replacing an old thing. It means new as in fresh or a fresh perspective or a new way of looking at it. Think about a textbook. Those of you in college who, you had to pay an extra $10 for the second edition, which drives me nuts. But that's what he's saying. He's like, wait, this is just a reprint of the first edition. It's the second edition, and this time there's something added. I want you to love one another as I have loved you. Up until this point, there was no example of that kind of love that Christ brought. Yeah, there's the garden in the book of Genesis, which I would agree is an element of love. But when Jesus shows up, my goodness, a new commandment, a fresh understanding of what it means to love one another was displayed by the life of Jesus Christ. And he's saying this, he said, a new commandment I give you, me. Love one another as I have loved you. So we have to ask the question, well, how has Christ loved us? Wow, in my opinion, it's been a reckless love. It's a love that says, I'm going to leave everything that I have, and I'm going to come, and I'm going to get you, and I'm going to swoop you up, and I'm going to take you with me. I mean, there's no love like this. There's no love that forgives sins, that takes away all the penalty of death that's due to us. And not only does it take it away, but Christ bore it on the cross for us. Oh my gosh. So not only does he take it away, he gets punished for us. That's the kind of love. The love that washes the feet of the very man that's going to betray him. That's the kind of love. So when he's saying, a new commandment I give you, he says, love each other as I have loved you. And then the next piece of this is so powerful. For when we do, then we show that we're true disciples of Jesus Christ. We're not going to be disciples of Christ by what church we go to or how many Bible verses we've committed to memory or how many degrees we have in theology. No, he said, you will be my disciples by how you love one another. And by the way, I want you to love as I have loved. Man, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I bless us all in getting this new commandment and loving as Christ has loved us. Thank you.